there are a range of options. Obviously, we want children to stay within the classroom as much as we can, and most of our children we found that need intervention in Wave 2. So we would plan accordingly for actions within the classroom. So a teacher would program for that child. We have individual learning plans, so we set targets and goals for children around that, and then monitor their improvement. There's also the option of we've got some intervention where we use some SSO time as well. The SSOs work with the teachers to plan for that child.
If a teacher came and asked me or said to me, you know, this child's really struggling, you know, what can we do? I guess I'd be having that conversation with that person around what they're basing that on and what they're currently doing for that student, and look at ways of supporting them within their classroom program, their normal classroom program, on how to best support that student. So it wouldn't be immediately jumping into providing some outside support. It might be around, okay, what can we do within the class to support this child? What are some different things you've tried?
So if the data shows in DAMAP that a student maybe hasn't handed up their work, or they've got a really low grade for a piece of work, that sets off alarm bells, and often the best approach to that is to have a meeting with the student, and if needed, the parent, to come up with some ideas about how do we move the student forward in their learning. Often it just takes that phone call and that little bit of care for the student to realise they are being noticed. And in a big school, it's really easy to just get absorbed into the entire environment and not be seen as an individual. So DAMAP's really good for us to be able to use like that.
Are you having conversations at home? Does your child join in the conversations? What sorts of things does your child talk about at home, so that we get an idea about the level of conversation that may be occurring in the home, and then making a match with what we're seeing at the centre. Sometimes there is a mismatch, and that can be about the child feeling alienated, feeling uncomfortable in this unfamiliar setting. So then it is about what are some of the things that we can do to help the child to feel more comfortable and therefore more open to use their language here in the centre. The parents want children to always be successful, where we know that through the brain development, through the growth mindset, is that sometimes children need not to succeed the first time, and it's the persistence that we're really wanting children to develop. So that's it's a mismatch between home and the centre expectations. So that's one where the relationships, where we keep talking about relationships, is that we can have those conversations with families and show the delight the children show when they succeed, and highlight that they needed to have several goes at it before they finished,